Welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Jessica. I am a naturopathic doctor, an acupuncturist, and a health coach. And today I'm sharing some of my favorite books that have to do with dealing with stress and working with your mindset. Ooh, let's get into it. If you've been to this channel before, you know I talk a lot about stress management and different ways to help alleviate stress. So one of my favorite ways is, of course, working with your mindset. Now, in my Getting Back on Track video, I talked about shifting your mindset. And one of the great ways to do that is to actually read a book. Or you can listen to the book on audio as well. My first book that I like to recommend is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. This book is so awesome. If you also like the audio version, the author actually reads it, which is really nice because she's pretty funny. But this is a great intro into getting you to kind of look at what you've been thinking about, how you've been thinking, how you've been living, and how your thoughts have really impacted the way you feel. The author uses really funny stories from her past as well to offer as an insight into the way she was thinking and then the shifts that she made that help her, manifest things in her life, start to live the life that she actually wants, and to actually just feel better about life and herself. One of the things I really enjoy about this book is she talks about overwhelm, she talks about stress, and she talks about ways to move out of it, ways to move beyond it, and the things that you've probably been doing that keep you repeating that cycle as well. She also gives very easy exercises to work on. This is not just a, oh, look what I did. This is more of like a how-to as well. Simple steps that I really resonate with, and I think that you should check this out. And then any title that says you are a badass, like how could you not like that, right? This next book is probably one of my favorites. I read it last year in 2021 and instantly favorite book, has honestly just really changed the way that I have been thinking and how I've approached mindset and meditation as well. And that is Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Oh my gosh. If you are a science nerd, or if you like the science or the how of things, or you like to know the why behind it and really not connect so much with quote unquote woo woo, but to use some science and some evidence behind it, this is for you. If you saw my video about stress and meditation, this goes deep into the science of how meditation, how breathing exercises, how your thoughts really help to inform the way you feel, and how the way you feel then kind of creates your reality and what you manifest around you. Then this is the book for you. Really an incredible book. Really also, again, gives you the how, the how-to, the how to change, how to shift, how to become aware of your thoughts, how to reducing the stress. Another reason why I like it, he goes very deep into how stress really affects your physiology, which is one of the things that I really focus on. He talks a lot about how stress really does affect your health, and he also connects it not just your physical health, but your mental health and your emotional health as well. Would highly recommend, literally favorite book of, I think that I've read in at least a decade. And if you really want to get into meditation, then I would highly recommend that you check out this book. The next book is called The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. This is by Vishen Lakhiani. Sorry if I butchered his name. Another great book. Mindset wise, this one is awesome for shifting out of old patterns. If you're someone who kind of questions, well, why do we have to do it this way? Why does it need to be done this way? This way is better, it's more efficient. This book is for you. If you want to be that person that thinks outside of the box and thinks differently, this book is for you. If you have a lot of things that you really want to shift in your life and you're not quite sure how to prioritize them, or you're not quite sure how to get there, this is a really great resource for that. He talks a lot about some of the unconscious rules that we are following that we really are not quite aware of. And how to break through that, how to create a pattern or rules that actually work for you. And also this book is great for if you really need to kind of find what is your path in life. If you're struggling about where you are in life right now, and how your mindset plays into that, and the things that you've been unconsciously believing in, this is a great book for exploring that. Again, he gives a lot of how-tos, a lot of exercises, and a lot of ways to actually work through it. One of the themes that that all of these books have in common is they're not just talking about the theory of things. They're actually giving you examples and how to walk through these different steps and these different stages, which in this day and age, it's not about just having access to information. It's about knowing how to actually do things and how to put it together, which is actually one of the things that I talk about a lot in my course. Yes, there's information in there, information that you need to consume when it comes to dealing with stress, anxiety, fatigue, overwhelm, but it's the actual steps and the how to do that I think is really important, along of course with the coaching from me as well. If you want more information on my course, as always, I will leave a link down in the description box. And for this video, the last book I want to talk about is a book called The 12-Week Year. I actually don't have the physical book, I have the audio book, but I do have the 12-week year. This is called the field guide. So this is a handy companion or like a workbook that goes along with the book. I should mention a lot of my books I do actually get on Audible as well, because I spend a lot of time in the car driving to the office as well. So that's another great way to consume if you feel like you're too tired or too lazy to read. But anyway, the 12-week year, this is about shifting your mindset for what is possible in a year, or literally in kind of 12 weeks. The premise of this is that they kind of break down the year into 4 mini years. So each year is now a period of 12 weeks. And you would be surprised at how productive you can be while not actually doing more work, which is the key. It helps in that way. It helps to relieve stress because you're not just pushing and pushing and pushing and not seeing results. You're actually figuring out new systems and new ways to actually be more productive by doing less. So again, highly recommend this. This is great for your personal goals. This is great for your business goals. Again, all working with your mindset to help you shift into reducing stress and also being productive as well. So highly recommend. And I also really like this field guide that comes along with it. This is separate. So these are 4 books that I really enjoyed in this past year that really helped with mindset. I actually recommend these books inside of my course, The Better Health Blueprint. So I have resources for mindset and everything. And these were the ones that really stood out over this past year. Be sure to leave a comment below if you've read any of these books, or if you have a book that you really enjoy that you think is helpful with dealing with stress, mindset, that sort of thing. Then leave it in the comments below, because I'm always looking for new recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a comment below, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that we can know when I post new videos next week. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.